On this episode of PFL Inside the Season, it's the push to the playoffs for the featherweight and lightweight divisions, a night full of win-or-go-home drama.
He's out! He's out! Alex Gilbert with a 6-point submission victory!
And intense clashes for playoff seeding.
I promise you, I'm going to explode on him.
To keep his hopes alive of repeating as featherweight champion, Lance Palmer must overcome his biggest challenge yet. Brash and talented Brazilian, Luis Rafael Lorenzino.
He steps up in competition. He answers the call.
There's just levels to what we're doing, and he's not at the level I'm at, regardless of what he thinks.
Independente da forma como ele vir, eu vou estar preparado para surpreender e mostrar que essa luta é do ex-campeão com o próximo campeão.
I'm the better guy, and I'm going to take this guy out.
Both Palmer and Lorenzino are chasing one man in the standings, the killer, Movlid Habulayev, who once again looks to unleash his explosive flying knee.
Oh, huge knee! With the flying knee. Oh my gosh! Flying knee again. Harrison hurt at the 10-second clapper. Harrison's in trouble. Is in big trouble.
And Natan Schultz works through a last-minute opponent change to continue his march towards a second straight lightweight crown.
And another hip toss. Unbelievable performance so far. 8 total takedowns in the fight.
PFL Inside the Season is presented by the United States Marine Corps. The PFL is a league where fighters earn a title shot by scoring victories in the regular season, as they amass points to qualify for a precious playoff spot. The quicker the win, the more points scored, and the higher their playoff seeding. This is the final 2019 regular season event, the last opportunity for the featherweights and the lightweights to qualify for a playoff spot. At the end of the night, the top 8 point earners in each division advance to the playoffs, where, in a spectacular night of frenzied action, in order to advance to the $1 million title fight, they must survive 2 different opponents in one night.
This is what MMA is all about.
The PFL featherweights and lightweights have made their way to Atlantic City, New Jersey, where Ocean Casino Resort will host a fight card full of intrigue. Steven Seiler is one of the fighters stepping into the cage in a win-or-go-home scenario. With 2 elimination fights to go, his playoff hopes are slim. This is unfamiliar territory for the Utah native and veteran of more than 50 pro fights. Just 7 months before, Seiler finished the 2018 season as the runner-up to Lance Palmer. Now, a loss to Canadian Jeremy Kennedy would end his 2019 campaign.
It's definitely more pressure knowing that, if I lose this fight, I'm losing a lot of money or losing out in the playoffs. But I just don't think I'll be losing this fight.
Steven Seiler in the green shorts, Jeremy Kennedy in the silver. Nice shot, good entry by Kennedy. Up and down they go.
In a close fight, takedowns proved to be the biggest difference for Kennedy.
Takedown attempt here from Jeremy Kennedy. Pushes Steven Seiler against the cage. Kennedy successfully drags Steven Seiler to the mat. Up and down he goes. Kennedy with a nice entry and a takedown. There comes a left hand. 30 seconds left. Switch attempt from Seiler. Frustration on the face of Super Steven Seiler.
Jeremy Kennedy is moving on. Steven Seiler, on the other hand, has been eliminated. The 2018 championship runner-up will miss the 2019 playoffs. Another featherweight looking to save his playoff hopes is Alex Gilpin. The former University of Wisconsin wrestler dropped his season debut to Lance Palmer.
Big shot. Punch by Lance.
You can't replace minutes inside that cage, And that old cliche of learning more from a loss than from a win happens to be true.
Gilpin faces Freddie Asuncao, a veteran making his PFL debut.
I see a knockout, TKO, or submission inside 2 rounds.
Alex Gilpin in the green trunks. Freddie Asunciao in the silver.
Ready? You ready? Fight!
In just 2 minutes, Gilpin's prediction proves to be accurate.
Nice takedown by Gilpin.
Works back to his feet, but maybe into a guillotine. That's a strong wrestler on Freddie Asunciao's neck.
He's got it
Gilpin's
tight.
got a tight
This
guillotine.
guy's trying to get out of it. He's got it tight. This is a choke that Gilpin has used a lot.
Ranking elbow, guillotine.
He's out.
He's out. Alex Gilpin with a 6-point submission victory over Freddie Asunciao.
When I get on top of somebody, it's a whole nother ball game. Ask any of my training partners and teammates. You know, he's kind of stopped my dart, stopped the anaconda. That opened up the guillotine, so he went out like a man, though.
For his first round finish, Gilpin earned 6 points and clinched a spot in the featherweight playoffs. Still to come on PFL inside the season. 2 returning champions take to the cage.
Big overhand left.
Judo on display once again for last year's lightweight champion, Natan Schultz.
And Andre Harrison looks to avoid the killer's flying knee.
It's not something that happens every day, so it's not like I'm going in there like, you know, he has the deadliest thing ever on the planet.
Flying knee again, Harrison hurt.
Harrison's in trouble.
Is in big trouble.